Molly, I just heard the big news from my brother. Congratulations on getting engaged. If it isn't Christy. I heard from my family that you and him have been together for about 3 months now, but thinking that you'd both already be thinking about marriage is pretty crazy to me. I hear that you both plan to have the wedding in another 2 months at a restaurant? Yeah. I almost feel as though he wants to get married to me so badly that he has no patience left in himself. Well, you are living pretty close to our family's house, and you have been for a long time now. And even though he's 10 years older than me and you guys have known each other for so long that it's almost as though you've been dating a lot longer than 3 months. So I don't find you guys getting married too strange. It's just crazy is all. Would you shut up, please? Huh? Ugh, I've had enough of this. It's beginning to become a huge bother for me, so I think I'm going to call it quits. You and I are no longer friends. Molly. Listen, back in the day, you were really a good friend of mine and all, but ever since you had to start sitting in that wheelchair 2 years ago, it's been a pain in my butt being friends with you. Huh? For some reason, everyone seems to think it's okay to have me be the one to take care of you all the time, just because we were good friends and I live near you. And as for my parents, I have no idea why, but it seems like they feel some kind of obligation to have me help you around and such. So, whatever, I guess. The only reason I've been able to stick around and care for you this long is because I've been after that really top-notch man that you happen to be related to. Stick around? The only reason that I've been around helping you is so that I could get your brother to start taking an interest in me. He's known about me for a long time, but not enough to have any interest in me. But I felt that if I showed him that I'm a caring person by pushing you around and being a good friend of yours, he'd really start taking a liking to me. And guess what? He has taken a huge liking to me, and so I have no use for you anymore. What are you talking about? You were just using me so that you could get closer to my brother and get him to like you? That's what I'm saying. But listen here. Don't you dare go telling him about that, or else I'll push you and that wheelchair down a flight of stairs. Because if he learns that I've only been caring for you to get to him, he might not love me anymore. The only reason he wants to marry me is because he thinks I'm selfless and caring towards people like you. And to be honest, even if you did start to talk to him about what I've said, I doubt he'll believe you. He'll probably just turn around and tell you to stop talking badly about the woman he loves. So this is the way you've thought of me all along? How else did you want me to think of you? Do you really think I'm the kind of person that is happy with sacrificing their time just to help a cripple with no reward in sight? I was only using you like a tool so that I could get your brother to fall for me like he has, and then proceed to marry him. And would you look at that? It worked! I've heard enough from you. I understand what I mean to you now, and so I've had enough. Even if you are being true about how you feel about me, it's not going to matter. I know that I can live perfectly fine on my own without your help, and I'm going to start that life right now. Huh? I am thankful that you helped me find a job after I ended up in this wheelchair. And because of that, I'm able to make some decent money. I'll have to start thinking about what I'm going to do when I go out and plan it all out well, but I'm so used to that now that I don't need you there to help me. And honestly, there are other people besides you that can help me if I need it. So you are no longer needed by me, Molly. Thank you for everything up until now. Christy, do you have some time? I know that you're already aware that tomorrow's wedding is going to be held at a restaurant, but I have to ask, are you alright with not showing up for it? I'm sure you are, right? Huh? It's been a little while since we last talked, and this is what you want to talk about? You're asking me to stay away on the day of my brother's wedding? I'm sorry, but that's a little strange of you to be asking his own little sister. All I'm asking is that you tell everyone that you're not feeling too well, and that that's the reason for you not making it to the wedding tomorrow. However, if you really want to come tomorrow, then you'd better be walking into the wedding. Because you coming in that wheelchair of yours will embarrass me in front of my family. From what I've read, the restaurant is fully accessible to those in wheelchairs, so... But what I'm saying is that wheelchairs are not allowed in my wedding. I don't want my family and friends knowing that within the family I'm marrying into, there's a cripple in a wheelchair. You do realize that both you and I share a lot of friends, so why is it a huge problem now if they know? I don't care about that. I'm talking about what'll happen tomorrow. There are going to be people coming tomorrow that don't know about you or your wheelchair, and I want it to stay that way. Are you going to understand what I'm asking you right now? I am marrying your brother because I think he is the perfect man, but when it comes to his little sister, I only see you as being a stain on his reputation that I don't want people looking at. All right. Fine, I'll stay here at home tomorrow while you all enjoy the wedding. Go ahead and remove my name from the guest list. And there's one other thing. I'd like for you to leave your parents' house for good as well. Why should I do that? I'm sure you're well aware that after I marry your brother, I'm going to be moving into your parents' house with him and your parents. But you are in the way of that. If I have to move into that house with you still living there, then things are going to stay the same as they've been for the past 2 years, and I'm going to have to care for your needs. So before the wedding finishes tomorrow, I want you out of that house.
Christy.
Huh? Ryan? You're at home right now with me, so why are you choosing to text me instead of coming over to my room?
Well, right now Mom and Dad are in the living room, and I don't want them to hear what I want to say to you. For right now, at least. Okay? Just a second ago, I saw that you were texting someone on your phone, and you had a pretty miserable looking face.
Well, yeah.
I'm sorry, but when I saw you looking that way, I walked by and took a quick look at your phone screen. Were you talking with Molly? I saw that she told you that tomorrow's wedding wouldn't allow wheelchairs. And that she asked you to not show up to the wedding tomorrow, right? What the hell is up with all that?
You saw all of that from her then?
I really want you to be able to tell me everything about what's going on between you two.
Christy! Hey! What the hell is going on over here? What are you talking about? I just showed up to the restaurant in my wedding dress, but there isn't a single soul here. I am the bride, after all, and so I had to go and get my dress on and do my makeup and hair and everything, so I was expecting to get here when everyone else was already showing up. But my mom and dad, my aunts and uncles, even my cousins, and not just all of my family, but Ryan's family as well, and even our friends. Not a single one of them is here right now to celebrate my wedding. And not just all of them, but even Ryan's not here right now to see me. The restaurant isn't even open right now either. How the hell am I going to get in there? Tell me what the actual hell is going on right now. Molly, what are you even going on about right now? I thought that the wedding had been canceled and that everyone had already been informed, including you. Huh? Yesterday evening, my brother went over to your place and there he talked with your parents about everything and about how the wedding would be canceled and that he'd no longer be engaged to you. And to make sure that the reservation and all the food that's already been prepared doesn't go to waste, Ryan is having his boss and the rest of the company come there and throw a small party while enjoying all that food. Huh? What the frick are you talking about, Christy? Last night, Ryan did end up coming over to my place for a bit, but he was here to talk to my parents about the wedding today, and to tell them that wheelchairs would not be allowed at the wedding. And he told them that meant you wouldn't be able to come. And before he left, he told them that what all that meant was exactly how it sounded, while he had a very serious look on his face. Molly, are you going to be okay? What are you talking about? Why are you asking me that? Are you sure you listened in on everything that my brother said to your parents last night? I did. That's what I just told you. And from what I heard, Ryan agreed with what I said about you and what I was asking for. And so he was here to let my parents know that you wouldn't be showing up at the wedding. Well, you're right to think that the conversation they had was about me not being able to come to the wedding and that I'd ultimately be taken off the guest list. But my brother was actually protesting to your parents about how you used me to get closer to him, and that he knew you didn't actually care about me whatsoever, and that was all due to me being in this wheelchair. Huh? He protested? Ryan is telling me that he's going to talk with you now, so you go ahead and talk with him about this.
Molly?
Ryan, is that you?
What exactly do you think that conversation with your parents yesterday meant?
What did I think it meant? I thought you were talking with my parents about how your sister and her wheelchair are in our way, and that for the sake of our happy future, you wouldn't be allowing her to come to our wedding.
That's only what you want to think. The reason I was there last night is because the way you talked about my sister is not acceptable, and I had to complain to your parents about that.
Huh?
And just a quick side note, you didn't listen to a single thing yesterday during my conversation with them, because all you did was sit on the couch in the other room looking at your phone the whole time.
I just assumed that you guys were done talking about the important stuff.
Well, unfortunately, we were only getting started with the important stuff. Stuff like how I'm no longer going to be marrying you.
You're joking, right?
Hey, Molly, I know that you're aware that Christy is the person that saved your life. But for you to talk to her like she means nothing to you after what she did is just terrible. And it shocked me to my core.
Huh? She saved my life? What are you talking about now?
Huh? Wait a second. Are you kidding me? You never even realized something like that either this whole time?
Huh? What?
This is just...
Ryan! What the hell are you talking about?
How about you just get your butt back to my place and then we could talk about all of this face to face? I'm sorry, but this isn't something that I can talk about through text.
This is all just a joke, right? When I was about to fall down those stairs, you stepped in to save me? Molly, back then you were talking a whole lot with someone else while walking and you never noticed the flight of stairs ahead of yourself. I tried to yell at you to look out for the stairs as you continued to chat with your friend, but you didn't seem to be listening to a word I was saying. So when you were about to lose your footing and fall all the way down those stairs, I reached in to help you fall back towards the hallway, which then led to me falling all the way down that flight of stairs instead. Back then, I had just assumed you were trying to be a little jerk by hitting me in the chest with your arm and that you got what you deserved by falling down those stairs right after. So that's why you ended up in the wheelchair. My parents made me take care of you for the next 2 years, as though we were obligated to do so for you. For the longest time, I didn't want you to feel responsible for me ending up like this, so I never talked to you about what happened that day. But to actually think that by not talking to you about what happened, you just assumed I was trying to mess with you and that I was the one that fell down those stairs for it? But I just don't... I'm going to be very honest with you about this now, since things have changed so much between us. Molly, you never seem to care about what other people are saying to you, do you? You always like to make everything seem as though it's about you, and then anything that doesn't have anything to do with you directly, you just forget about or change. Huh? You think that that's... When my brother was talking about how he wasn't going to marry you anymore, you did the same thing. When he was at your house talking with you and your parents, he was very upset with you. But you changed what was going on in your mind so that it looked as though he was just there to agree with you on not wanting me to come to the wedding because of my wheelchair. Is that right? I see. You're probably not going to be able to understand all of this right away. Well, I'm sorry, but with the way you've become, I no longer want to have anything to do with you. Huh? I'm not sure if after all this is over, you'll be able to think hard about what you've done and change your ways due to all of it. But as of right now, I'm having a really hard time believing that you've said so many terrible things to me, yet have not once said an apology to me for it. Well, then what the hell should I do? Right now it seems like nobody is going to be on my side after what you've all done. And you should take the time to think about why that is, although at this point, you're probably not even listening to the advice I'm giving. Anyway, I know I'm the kind of person that's able to put up with a lot of crap, but this has all gone way too far. I want you to stay away from me forever now. Christy! A few days after what had gone down, Molly's parents were kind enough to give Ryan a lot of money for all the time and effort that Molly had wasted of his, and then moved away from being near our house. And as of now, Molly has been moved into her godmother's house, somewhere way out of town, as neither of her parents are willing to house her anymore after the embarrassment and shame she brought them. Her godmother is having her go to therapy now after what she said to me, and after not having any recollection of what I did for her to save her life. And hopefully with time, Molly is going to be able to find an answer to why she's so self-centered, and to how she'll be able to make up for her mistakes. What she had done really did mess both myself and Ryan up mentally, but the two of us are working hard together to get over what happened to us. And another thing to do with me. I've been told that if I continue to go through rehabilitation for a while longer, I might actually have a chance of walking again. And so, as of right now, I'm putting all my attention on going to rehab and working towards a future where I no longer have to think about what I sacrificed to save Molly. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hello, Clara. I have to talk to you.
Hello, Mom. Can I help you with something?
I heard from my son that Alyssa wants to go to a private high school. Is this true?
Yes, that's right. The high schools around here don't teach the subject that Alyssa is interested in, so...
A private high school, huh? You do realize that it costs a fortune.
Oh, no need to worry about that. I talked to your son about it, and we came to the conclusion that the overall cost wouldn't be that great.
It's not about that.
Huh?
If you had the money to send Alyssa to an expensive private school, it would be more logical to have Kevin go to that private junior high school.
Excuse me? We've already decided that Kevin will be attending the local public school.
You must not do that. As the male in the family, he should be getting the best education you can provide him.
Well, actually, Kevin wanted it this way. He made the final decision.
No. Kevin is just being nice. He's just letting his big sister have her way.
Kevin is a confident kid. He is honest about his feelings.
No, you got it all wrong. I'm sure Kevin wants to go to a good private school. I can't believe you. You're his mother, for God's sake. It's a mother's job to understand and consider a child's future. Don't even know that? Besides, when Kevin was in elementary school, I urged you to let Kevin take the exam for entering that private school. But you simply ignored my advice and had him attend the local public school. But this time, I'm not going to back down. You must let him go to the private junior high school. I will not take no for an answer.
He said he doesn't want to part with his best friends he's had since elementary school and wants to continue with them to junior high.
Best friends? He doesn't need that. This is a time to study, not play.
He doesn't need friends?
Oh, that reminds me. I have a close relative whose son would be perfect for Kevin. He's getting ready to take the exam to get into the school so he could be Kevin's new best friend.
Say again?
Okay, so now we have a reason for Kevin to take the exam and get into the same private school.
Are you off your rocker? You can't just make best friends like that. It takes time and effort. You can't just come in and introduce yourself and then the next minute you're best buddies. It's more complicated than that.
I will not tolerate any more of your stubbornness. I want you to select a public school for Alyssa that's close by, so she can go there by bicycle. That's all I have to say. Alyssa, I need to talk to you.
Grandma?
I really don't want to waste my time on such trivial affairs, but you don't seem to understand your standing in the family, so I took the liberty of contacting you and telling you myself.
What's this about?
I talked to your mother earlier, and we decided that you'll be going to a public school nearby, a school you can commute to by bicycle. It's all set.
Huh? Hold on a second. The whole family sat down and we talked this over. It was decided that I would be going to that private school. I thought it was all worked out.
A woman does not need education, but of course you should at least finish high school. Public school is more than enough for you. If your parents are going to spend that money, they should at least have Kevin go to a private school. That's the proper use of money. Besides, don't you think you should be the one who should have said something? You should have just declined.
How could you say that? There are things I want to do in life too.
Talking back to your elder? I wonder where you got that stubbornness. At any rate, I talked to your mother about it, and it's all been worked out. I will not allow any more of your obstinance. Do you hear me?
Hey, Mom, you got a minute?
Hey, Alyssa. You're over at your friend's place, aren't you?
Yeah, we're going over the exam questions for school. I was going to wait until I got home, but I just couldn't get it out of my mind.
Something wrong?
I just got a line message from Grandma.
Huh? Grandma?
I never hear from her, so I was a bit shocked when I saw her name. She said you and her talked it over and decided that I would not be going to that private school. She said you guys worked everything out.
What?
And that the money would be better spent on Kevin's education. Told me not to be stubborn about it. Is this for real?
No way. We never decided on that. As a matter of fact, I just had an argument with her earlier. I can't believe she contacted you directly and said that.
So that means I can go on studying for the exam, right?
Of course. As a matter of fact, Kevin is sitting right next to me. He said you don't have to listen to what Grandma says. He made the choice to go to public school.
Oh boy, what a relief.
I can't believe that woman. She's always just concerned about Kevin. This is the first time she even acknowledged you, Alyssa.
Yeah, Grandma's always been like that.
I know. What are we going to do with her? Your father keeps cautioning her about her antics, but I guess it's complicated.
Grandma does seem to get a bit excessive sometimes.
But don't forget, Kevin, me, and your dad, we're all rooting for you. We've got your back, so don't worry.
Thanks so much, Mom. I know I could count on you. Don't you worry about the exam. I'll ace it.
That's what I want to hear. Clara, are you there? This time, I want you to send Kevin to a private high school. Can I help you? Kevin is all set on going to a public high school. What? You didn't even consult me! Honestly, wouldn't make any difference if we consulted with you. There you go again. Listen carefully, Clara. I've been telling you for years that you should give Kevin the best possible education, but you simply ignore me. You have no consideration for Kevin's feelings or his dreams, making him go to public school all these years. Don't you feel sorry for your only son? It's what Kevin wants. I can't say anything. That's not true. I think I mentioned this before, but it's wrong to put all your effort into educating Alyssa and ignoring your son. I have never pitted my kids against each other. They are equal in my eyes. Kevin went to public school because he had his reasons. Alyssa chose to go to private school because we thought it best for her future. It means nothing if a woman flaunts her educational background. But it seems Alyssa ended up going to a nearby public school, commuting by bicycle, just as I said. I hope you're not thinking of sending Alyssa to college, are you? Oh, she's definitely going to college. What? She's moving out next year and will be living in the dorm of the state college. That means you're going to have to send her money every month. There's no way I'll permit that. No way. I don't care if it's private or public. If you're going to spend money, spend it on Kevin, why don't you? This time I insist. He must attend a well-known private school. I already told you. Kevin is going to a nearby public high school. Again, you're being stubborn as ever. That's what the kids want. They can do as they please. As I've always said, education is best for men, not for women. A mother's duty is to look after her son, Kevin, not Alyssa. As a mother, you should know that. And I urge you to educate your kids about that too. It's important to know that men have priority over women. Boys must be raised with care. Girls must learn to be patient.
I despise self-righteous old women.
Huh? What did you say, Clara?
It's me, Kevin.
Kevin?
Sorry to butt in.
No, this is not Kevin. He would never say such a thing to me. Oh, I see what's going on. It's you, isn't it, Alyssa? You're pretending to be Kevin.
You can be absolutely sure it's Kevin. You should be grateful I didn't call you a wrinkled old witch or a bad-tempered old hag.
You're calling me that right now! Alyssa, I will never forgive you for this. That's why I dislike female grandchildren. But what's more, your mother's upbringing methods are despicable. I have always thought this, but I should be the one to bring up poor Kevin. Let's have a meeting tonight regarding what we should do for Kevin's future.
All right then. I'll contact you on my line.
Huh?
I really don't want to see you face to face.
Alyssa, as I said, stop pretending to be Kevin.
Where were we?
Kevin, I feel so sorry for you, to have such an unreasonable mother and sister. If you come over and live with me, you'll be able to go to a prestigious private high school. What do you say?
I never said I wanted to go to a private school.
Now, Kevin, you can be completely honest with me. No need to be concerned about your mom or your sister. Tell me how you really feel.
Even if I tell you, you probably won't listen as usual, but I'll try. Did you know that Alyssa has been going to that private school by bicycle? You thought she was going to public school. Well, she's going to Middleton Academy. That private school is only a few blocks away. Bet you didn't know she's at the top of her class. On the honors list, as a matter of fact.
Does that mean I've been hoodwinked all these years?
Hoodwinked? No way. You were never interested in what Alyssa did anyways. Don't blame your twisted imagination on others. And the reason I stayed in public school is that I not only wanted to go to school with all my close buddies, but I wanted to join the baseball team with my best friend.
Baseball team?
Yeah, and it's a pretty good team too. Oh my god. Don't tell me you didn't even know I played baseball!
I had no idea.
I'm the captain of the team, and we even made it to the state finals last year. The high school I want to go to is well known for its outstanding baseball team. They made it to the state finals several times. Even been on national TV. What's more, a couple of pro MLB players went there. That's why I want to go there. Private or public, it makes no difference to me.
I really didn't realize how wonderful you were. But you do realize that baseball is not going to be of much use to you in the future. So I insist that you go to a prestigious private school.
Huh? Not much use?
That's right. Baseball is just an extension of a hobby. You really should think seriously about sprucing up your academic achievements.
I see. So that's what you think about all this.
Of course, you're my precious grandson. I'll do anything for you.
I wanted to be a pro ball player. I want to get into the major leagues.
Huh?
I'm going to be straight with you. I was never fond of you. But after you called my love of baseball just a hobby, I despise you even more. I can't stand this. Block time!
Please, Kevin!
Well, my grandmother learned the hard way that her grandson hated her, but she did not give up there. She burst into her home trying to make amends. Luckily, we weren't there. We had moved into a temporary apartment that we had leased several months prior. My husband had foreseen what her mother would do once she learned that Kevin had been accepted to that high school. And there was that issue with Alyssa too, so we figured we would clear everything up once and for all. He put in for a transfer some time back and scheduled it so that we could move about the time Kevin started at the school. In addition, my grandfather, who's on the verge of retirement, had been preparing to get a divorce. Not even knowing she'll be single soon, my grandmother is still wondering what went wrong and why all this is happening to her.